Thank you to EA for sponsoring this video. Hi everyone, it's Eva here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new and very hot Sims 4 speed build, because I have had access to the brand new Sims 4 Adventure Awaits expansion pack and I built a fitness retreat. I'm gonna tell you my opinion about it for sure in this video, so do stick around for that. If you are planning on purchasing the pack, you can use my creator code evarotky at checkout, which really supports my channel, and I'm super grateful to everybody who's been using my code so far. Thank you very much. But let's hop right into it. So this is a brand new world. It has some waterfront lots, which I think is the first time that we've had waterfront lots since Island Living, if I'm not mistaken, which is quite exciting. So I've decided to build on one of those waterfront lots, and we are building a fitness retreat, like I said, and I'm going for a very modern vibe for this build, just because I feel like I associate like kind of fitness retreats with really super sleek, minimal, aesthetic, neutral kind of builds. And yeah, so that's kind of what I'm trying to emanate, which was a bit of a struggle using the build and buy from this pack, let's be honest. I tried my best. It's not just a fitness retreat, it's kind of like a relax and do fitness. And also fittingly, I am recording this in my gym outfit at the moment. So yeah, I'm really kind of giving my all for this video. Like I said, I made it really modern. I'm making use of some of the new wallpapers. The timber is quite cool. I also, this is something I haven't used yet, even though it's been out for like months, is the new glass wallpaper update. Well, it's not new, it's been out since like summer, but basically you can now use base game glass wallpapers and they look like windows, which is pretty cool. Like, I'm quite happy with that feature, and that kind of saved this whole build because none of the build and buy really works with kind of a modern vibe. There are some modern doors that I'm using that are also from the new pack, and it's quite fun. New decking, new fences and stuff like that, new stairs. I'm not majorly impressed by the build and buy. I find the mishmash of items a little bit confusing. I don't think it's very unique in a way, and yeah, when I was building this, a lot of the items that come in this pack aren't really working for anything other than a kids camp. So it's like, it's tailored very much at kids camp or camp vibes, which I don't know how I feel about it, because, you know, they advertise these 3 different kind of getaways. Well, you can create whatever getaway you want, but the kind of Love Highland, the fitness retreat, and then this kids camp, which are all, in my opinion, different aesthetics. Like, they are all kind of cabin vibes, which, you know, like, I'm so eloquent, it's crazy. But no, I'm not particularly keen on the vibes of cabin, again, because we kind of have that, and also fitness retreat and cabin doesn't really go together in my opinion. Neither does Love Island, which I'm not even going to address the fact that we have Love Island in The Sims now. Anywho, the point was I couldn't really use a lot of the build and buy because it was too themed for a camp, which is a shame. And I always hate when they do themed build and buy, and this time around it definitely was. I tried my best to use as many items as possible. There's definitely some really lovely items, like I love the dining table, for example, and the new kind of chairs and stools. I really like those, and I really love also the swatches, and they did include like neutral swatches for everything as well, which is nice. And there are quite a few bits and bobs that do work in this kind of more modern fitnessy vibe. Like, I love those lanterns that come with the pack. I quite like the sofas, I think they're okay. I like the rugs. Exciting new thing, there's a blender. We can finally have protein shakes in real life and in The Sims. How bloody exciting. I know I'll be doing that with my Sims. I would probably say that and the fitness equipment and like some of the artwork is probably the only thing that I would say is like the fitness retreat theme of the build and buy. A lot of it you can't really use. But yeah, I did create this kind of big kind of outdoor kitchen and dining area, and then on the inside, the ground floor is a lounge for your Sims to kind of read a book or like chill and hang out. Really, it's not just fitness, it's kind of like meditation, maybe yoga. So if you download this and you have the spa pack, you can add like your yoga mats and all that stuff maybe on the top floor. Also, there is a reason for why you see a different username floating around on the screen. I did have some issues with the early access build, so yeah, I had to create a new account to have access to this early access version, and that's why there's a weird name floating around. That is not my username, and you can download this build from my normal account, which is evarotky on the gallery. But yeah, like I said, there's a lounge, there's various different kind of lounge iterations. There's a bar, you know, I can imagine adults liking maybe a drink in the evening, even though they'll be up at 6 a.m. doing their workouts. The bar and like some of the items are very rustic, which, yeah, that's my opinion, I would say. The world is quite fun. I do like the kind of lake and forest vibes that it gives off. It is based off of New Zealand and Australia, I believe. And yeah, no, it's fun. It's definitely fun. And I do actually plan on building a kiddie camp as well with this pack. So you will see another build with this pack for sure. I do want to make use of all the kind of kids camp items and yeah, create a cute little camp for your kids to go to, because there is actually quite a lot of gameplay that revolves around the kids. And I do think that is kind of the main selling point of the pack to me. I do quite like kind of kid gameplay and family gameplay, and I think I will send my kids to the camp. So I do definitely think that is the main kind of seller of this pack to me. So I do want to create something with it. So keep an eye out for that. I still don't understand why this pack has the camp, the fitness, retreat, and then also the Love Island thing and the kind of competition aspect of things. It's not quite meshing in my head why those themes were put together, if that makes sense. Custom venues and getaways are definitely a cool feature of this pack too. I found it quite overwhelming how many options and possibilities there are to create your own custom venue. So that is definitely something that gives a lot of creativity to kind of create whatever you want in this game, and I'm very excited to see what the community kind of comes up with. Anyway, that's just my 2 pence. But let's talk more about the build. So I created these separate bathrooms, so they are away from the main house, and they are shared bathrooms as well. And what I really wanted to create is kind of continue that big glass window look. So we've got glass roofs and glass kind of fronts on one side, and then you look out into nature and it's all green and lush and palm trees and beautiful, beautiful scenery to look out onto while having a bath, for example. And then the bedrooms, oh boy, did I struggle with the beds. There's various different beds in this pack, and all of them are camping themed, and none of them work for a fitness retreat. I think the bed that I'm using looks like it belongs in prison, but it's the best out of a bad bunch. And then I tried the base game and I was like, nope, not doing that. So it's a bit of a weird bedroom. I would have liked it to feel more luxurious and more kind of spa-like, in a way, like a retreat, but it feels more like prison, which is fine. It can be that sort of fitness retreat if you want it to be. I tried to warm it up with some of the timber wallpaper and adding a fireplace and like kind of cozy corners, and there's new curtains. But yeah, tried my best, and everything is really light flooded, which I really like because there's gorgeous lighting on this lot, and I really wanted to make use of that. So it's really bright and light, and you're looking out onto the sea, or lake, whatever it is, which is very, very lovely. And then moving on to the gym, there are 2 gyms. So the first gym is on the water, which I think is quite cool. It's a little outbuilding that you can get to from the deck, and it's got the essentials of like treadmills. There are new weights, dumbbells, like free weights, which is so exciting because that is something that I do in the gym, and now I feel I can do that with my Sims, which is super, super fun. I'm quite excited about like something like that. I'm really, really excited that there's new fitness equipment and fitness activities, because I was getting bored of having the same treadmills and bloody ugly weight machines everywhere. So yeah, we're doing that. And then on the top there is a open terrace, and I included the new spin bikes with a instructor bike as well, so your Sims can have classes up there, which is quite fun. And that view must be drop dead gorgeous. Imagine looking at that while on that bike. I mean, not that you'd ever catch me on a bloody spin bike, to be honest. But yeah, moving on, there is in-ground hot tubs that come with this pack, which everybody seems to be really excited about. I feel okay about it. Like, I'm quite excited about it because the old hot tubs were hideous, but yeah, I don't know, I wish it looked a bit more modern. It looks a bit dated in my opinion, but that's just me. But yeah, quite fun, quite cool. So I included that at one side of the deck, and added some kayaks as well. Kayaks are a new activity in this pack, which is quite fun, and I can't wait to try that out for gameplay as well, because that seems like something that, yeah, is a really fun thing to do with your Sims. There is actually really fun modular playground items, which is quite fun, and there's a lot of interactions for your kids, so I'll definitely include that in my camp for the kiddies, and I can't wait to try that out. That seems really, really fun. I'm looking forward to creating that kids camp for sure. I'm gonna try and see how I feel about the build and buy once I've actually built a kids camp, and then see if I feel like the build and buy is more targeted towards that. But yeah, and then finally up at the top we've got the bigger gym, or like indoor gym, which I wanted to hide some of the uglier big weight machine. But yeah, that is unfortunately everything that I have for you today. If you do decide to get the new pack, then please don't forget to use my code evarotky at checkout, and do please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on this new pack, and whether you are equally as confused or whether you're excited. I'll see you very soon with my kids camp, of course, but for now I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.